Hi folks, welcome to another video, and this one is actually a bit of a mock. As you've also already seen, we've got some of the Lego Land Rover, the little creator one, the yellow one. This is basically what this one is based off of, but this is actually a mock I've made up of the early series Land Rover, a Series I. It's actually inspired, as you can see in the background, there's a sweetie tin that came with a picture of the Land Rover on the front of it. So I basically used that as a kind of template to try and build a version of that Land Rover, just basically using the same scale as the Land Rovers that came recently, the 40560 sets, the yellow Land Rover, which I've got another video for as well. But as you can see in the background here, I've actually got a recoloured version in this desk at the moment as well. But yes, it's basically the version of that I've kind of put together, hopefully to try and make it look in some way similar. There's also a few changes that I've had to make to try and get it to look more like the original Land Rover. That's it there on the screen, the one I was kind of basing it off of. So there's a few noticeable differences. Obviously the shape at the front is quite a big one, obviously. Compared to the set that did come. Obviously, as I say, that's a recoloured version of it, but as you can see, the front's a completely different shape to the new shape one, and I had to basically change that. The back as well, obviously the roof, it's obviously a canvas on the Series I, but it comes down a lot further than the small 90 version. The front, as I say, it's come back a bit from the front, so where the Defender's sticking out flush with the front where the lights are, this one sits back. And obviously the wheels as well, the old fashioned wheels were a lot more narrow than the new type Defender wheels. So I've got a set of old wheels that I had to basically do that, because as you can see, they're obviously fatter than the original Land Rovers had. Back in the day, obviously back in the time when this was the one I've tried to recreate. The other thing I did is obviously the windows. They're quite a bit different from the 90 as well, so it's got a higher bulkhead, and it's got the aluminium running along underneath the bulkhead, and obviously splitting the windows as well. So I've had to raise that up. It's still got the aluminium rail running through the door as well, so it's ended up with two doors, and I've also put around the window, just using stickers to try and replicate what's on the actual original, and obviously the one through the middle as well, because they were all split screen back in those days as well. And the same obviously at the other side. The shape's not quite right, obviously it's restrictive with the actual windscreen part that we had that came with the Land Rover set, so it looks taller. But obviously the back does need to be taller, because the canvas comes all the way down to the aluminium rail, which I've managed to do. But I say the front window still looks a bit wrong, because it's obviously a different shape to the 91, which you see the one there, it just comes down to the rail halfway down, but the canvas is a lower on the Series I. So obviously you can see there's a wee sheep in the back there. It's also a working Land Rover. But that's basically what I've done, created the mock of the Series I Land Rover, which is obviously going to sit next to all the other ones I've done, which I've got a few recoloured ones and stuff, which I'll have videos putting up for shortly. But that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you come back and view some of my other ones as well. Thanks for watching. Thank you.